Welcome back to the Force 90 YouTube channel, guys. It's the last episode of the penultimate season. The last three games of the league: Verceli, Palermo, and Genoa. Three of the bottom four teams. On paper, we should be winning these, but these guys, they're fighting to stay up, so they're going to be really, motivated for this, and we will do very well to get points in today's video. We need to finish as hard as we can. We are safe. We cannot get relegated now. We find ourselves 11th. We could finish as high as 9th is the highest we can finish. Unlikely though, we are 7 behind that. We could finish as low as 15th, which I don't want, and well, that's hopefully not going to happen either. But yeah, the higher we finish, the more money we get, and we're almost £2 million in the red now, so we need to get as high as we can, really. Let's hope we do that in, as I said, the last episode of the penultimate season of Parma from the Ashes. Hit the intro. So, last episode, 2 draws, which doesn't sound too bad, but Catania, as I said last time, we had loads of the ball, but couldn't score, couldn't find shots. And against Udinese, again, we were at home, so we probably could have got a result there, but a draw was okay, it wasn't too bad. Last 3 games, I want to win at least 2 of these. As I said, these guys they are 17th, 18th, and 19th in the table. Not in that order. But we should be winning these. But as I said, these guys are trying to stay up. Cagliari are relegated. And, Verceli, anywhere from Verceli up to Bologna, I think, could still get relegated. So there's 7 teams. Two out of those 7 teams are going to get relegated. So it's just, we're going to see who. I want to get into some games straight away, because there are 3 games this episode, and I don't want to make this video too long. Sandro Alberto is suspended again. He's got 19 yellow cards this season, so it's a lot. It's a lot. But everything else here, I think, will leave the same. Goals wise, though, we haven't actually scored that many recently. So Castelletti's a knock, so we'll actually have to leave that as it is. So Alberto suspended in that as well, wasn't he? I think we'll leave this as it is. I don't think this is too bad. So we're going to stick with this, I think. Bring Emmers in, because Emmers is good, but Alberto, when he does play, when he's not suspended, is very good. He's not, discipline-wise, he's not as bad as Kofi was. He's probably about as good a player as Kofi. So I'm going to keep him on. He's good. So we'll have to see how we do. So as far as their team goes, I noticed Orlandi up front, who is a former Brighton player. I don't know if he plays for them still in real life. I'm not quite sure. I don't watch a lot of Championship football, if I'm honest. I keep tabs on it now and then about who's where, but I couldn't tell you, a lot of the players that play down there for some teams. So that's just, well, that really. Premier League's back very soon though, so looking forward to it. And very early on here, I got a goal. 26 seconds, we've taken the lead. So while I was talking about how much I'm interested in the Championship, which is a bit, I want to try and watch a bit more this season than I have been in the past. But yeah, while I was talking about that, we got a very early goal, 26 seconds. So we'll see that again in 3D. So the ball was played out to Petkov on the left, who put a cross in. Cherry's first effort was saved by the goalkeeper, but he did nothing with the rebound, and Cherry has a goal. His first goal in the while, actually. He has been on a bit of a drought at the moment, so he's got a goal here. I'm happy with that. Corner for Verceli here. They've got an equaliser. The next highlight, we didn't see anything after that goal, and Salte has just got the equaliser for Verceli from the corner. Schmidt's with it, and well, he was in all sorts of space there, completely unmarked. So that's not good. We are dominating possession, passing it well, and we've had more shots. We're the better team by, well, I wouldn't say by far. We are the better team. It is 1 apiece. Could still be a chance for a goal for either team. There's only 37 minutes played, so there's still plenty of time. Here is Drolle for them. Here is Orlandi. I think it's the same one that plays for Brighton. Not quite sure. He's through here though, and he just goes wide. That's a A close effort there. That's half time. It is 1 apiece. Keep playing the way you have and the result will come, I'm going to say, because we have been playing well. Just unlucky that they got the goal. I'm going to change Conte to a defender on cover. Hopefully that helps. The rest of this is fine. Juan Carlos isn't really doing much. I'm going to change him to an advanced forward. Let's see if that changes anything. But the rest of this I'll leave as it is. No, I'm pretty happy so far. It's only a draw. If we were losing, I'd be a bit concerned. But second half, I want to see us do a bit better. Hopefully we can. Here is Rossi on that right hand side. Juan Carlos. Can he put in Cherry? He finds Rossi. And he's been dispossessed. That's a shame. Corner by Schmitz. Rossi heads it away. Wasn't a great corner really. Here's Drolle again. Here's Telfer to Garcia. And here is Schmitz. And there's the cross. And it's out for a corner. But Schmitz actually, it wasn't far from goal. Rossi heads that away. Here is Garcia. Schmitz again. Now this flank there. Attacking from that right hand side. We need to watch out. And Muru's going to have to be on his best today. Polisano wins that header. That's good. But Verceli have the ball back here. Orlandi's through. And that shot was straight at George Amy. A decent save. It's another corner though. Verceli very much more in the game in this second half. Another poor corner. They've got another one. They scored from one, so we know that they can take corners. That again, they just keep hitting Rossi. And we need to get that away. That is a goal kick now. Orlandi to Moscati. They're having a lot more of the ball this half. It doesn't look like it. Our possession is still 55. But they're having all the highlights in this half. Orlandi's through. That's 2-1. Right, I'm going attacking. We've gone behind. That's not good. That's not the same Orlandi because it looked like it was a regen, wasn't it? I just saw. He's offside. That was offside. That's even more annoying now. So we've gone behind to that. Let's see if we can build something from this. Jojic to Rossi. That's a nice ball of Juan Carlos. Where's that? There's nobody there. Juan Carlos to Rossi. Jojic to Emmers. Rossi. Now, cross now. That's it. Cherry's got another goal. Or was it an own goal? It was a Cherry goal. So 2 goals this game. That's back to 2-2. I think we're going to leave it on attacking because I think we can hurt them. We can definitely score another goal or 2. Here is Drolle there. Orlandi's through again here. Nice tackle by Conte. Keeper clears it. Emma's now. We can counter here. Cherry's on the ball. He's on a hat-trick, but he may set up Juan Carlos here. He's got the ball. Here's Rossi, and it's 3-2. 2 quick-fire goals. Rossi has a second goal for the season. Not that many, really, but he was on the bench for the first half of the season because Silva was immense. But Silva's dropped off a bit, and Rossi has stepped up and taken that first team spot, and he's got himself a goal here. And we're 3-2 up. This is a very back and forth game. Drolle's in here though. Hits the post. That's cleared by Conte. I'm just going to make a sub. Emmers hasn't done very well today, so I'm going to take him off. We have Brotone on the bench. I'm going to bring him on and play him as a central midfielder on support. He can play though. I haven't done it very much. He's been a playmaker. Well, he's mainly been a playmaker, but he does play that central midfield role. And he has played it in the past. Hopefully he can do well for us here. There's not long left now. Only about, 20 minutes maybe. If you include injury time. Still be a chance for some goals. Here is Brotone, the sub. Barato, that's a good ball. And Juan Carlos, that's a good save. Apparently it went out of play. It didn't look like it to me, but the refs made a couple of weird decisions today. One of their goals was definitely offside. Now, with 10 minutes left, I don't want to go defensive just yet. I think it's a bit early to be going defensive. But I am going to take off Jojic. And do you know what? I'm going to bring Boskin on. We've never seen him. I think he's a better option than Pignataro now. Let's see what he's made of. As Orlandi is attacking our defence at the moment. Still got the ball. He finds Garcia with the ball. The cross is in. And it's a good save, but the rebound is in. It's 3-3. Verceli really staking a claim to try and stay up here. I mean, at the moment they're still 19th. We shouldn't be. We should be winning this. We're not. It's annoying, but we've played really well. They've just been, they've been very plucky. As I said, though, we are safe, so these results don't matter that much. It's just about finishing as high as we can because our finances aren't in the best of shape. We're £2 million in debt. Don't score, please. Please don't score. That's full time. 3-3. A good game for viewing, but in terms of that, we should have won that. I'm going to say we're unlucky though, because we did play very well. Just Verceli played probably just as good. Look at that. Possession in the end was kind of equal. I think that was a pretty even game, and I think a draw's a fair result, but I'm just disappointed we couldn't win that. That now means we can't finish 9th. So I'm a bit disappointed with that, considering the start we had as well, with a goal in the first sort of 20 or 30 seconds. But we didn't lose. I mean, it's going to be annoying that we could probably go the rest of the season unbeaten. And if it hadn't been for that one defeat against Cittadella, we would have been unbeaten for probably about half the season. So that's really a pain, because what was it? We got 12, so I think we could have been, if it hadn't been for that loss to Cittadella, assuming we don't lose against Palermo or Genoa, that probably would have been about 16 or 17 games unbeaten, which is really annoying. But a lot of those are draws. If you didn't see, we have had 18 draws so far this season. And actually, at the moment, our win-loss count is equal. So it would be nice to finish with more wins than defeats. Because, we had a lot of defeats in the past couple of seasons. But this time, I think we turned a lot of those defeats into draws. So that's good. People have released youth players. So I've been scouting those guys. Whether they turn into something or not, I'm not quite sure. Cherry actually played over 11 hours of football without a goal, and then he got 2 today, so that's good. He's back to form. That's nice to see. So our next game is in 3 days' time, which is going to be tough on the fitness front, and it's against Palermo, and we're away, so it's going to be a bit tough. Hopefully we avoid defeat, because as I say, we'll want to finish as high as we can. We're 4 points off 10th place. We can no longer finish 9th, so we need Udinese to drop points, but we need to do the job ourselves first. That's primary. We need to make sure that we actually win before, looking at other results. Because if we lose, that's it. We're stuck in 11th. And we may drop down the table as well. We're still not, clearing 11th. So as long as we can finish higher than we have been, which is 14th for 2 seasons, that would make me happy. All right, game 2. Now, we might need to make some changes here. Or we might not. Because I think the guys that we play here, especially if they're already on 92... might not be fit, they might be really tired for the last game, so we need to watch out. And that's everyone except Emmers, really. So we're going to leave Emmers in for today. Castelletti is back, but he's still probably in no condition. Alberto we have back, so that's fine. We'll lose Falacia then. Traore is close to a return, but he's available, but he's nowhere near fit enough, so that's fine. Right, so changes. So we're going to start Silva for this match. We'll give Rossi a rest. We're also going to start Carnicelli in place of Petkov, who has only had 10 appearances this season. Petkov's been immense. Jojic will leave him, and we'll start Bretonnier. We'll grab Van Housden in place of Conte. And we'll grab Adjapong in place of Borato. Probably Adjapong's last appearance. His contract is up at the end of the season. So I'm not going to be renewing it. So Adjapong's going to be leaving us. I'm going to also bring on Truvino. So quite a few changes here that might upset form. We'll see what we can do. I'm also going to actually I'm going to leave Cherry, and then we might be able to rest him in the last game. All right, let's submit that. Palermo versus Parma, game 2 today. Let's see if we can continue this good form. Only losing 1 game, since January. So can we pick it up? Let's see. But apparently we're on a bad run because we've had so many draws. I disagree with that, but let's see if we can do well here against Palermo. We've got a corner here. It's Silva. It's headed away by Glavsic. Here is Cherry to Adjapong. Silva in loads of space on that right flank. He's moved inside, cut inside, and the shot wasn't far off, to be fair. He cut in and had a pop, and it was quite close. Well, speedy play here by Palermo, and Pereira was offside. But that was very quick play then. Yet to have a shot on target, have we? 3 shots and 3 misses so far, which is a bit disappointing, but we've had loads of possession. Passing it really well again. We just don't have a goal to show for it. Shooting a lot more though. Velasquez with the free kick here. Tibbling. His name was Tibbling. Really? Glavsic. Truvino will clear that, and Emmers tries to clear it a bit further. Jamie will get onto the end of that. That's... oh, dearie me. Truvino was... Jamie was well out of position there. He passed it straight to a Palermo player, and he had a volley straight in an open goal. Who wouldn't? Let's see that again. It looked pretty cool, actually. Just a shame that it happened at our expense. So, Truvino, why didn't he dive for that? I mean, he had to kick it away, and Tibbling Of course it was Tibbling, the guy with the dumbest name. Straight volley, shots. I don't know why George Amy didn't go to ground there and just grab the ball. That's just stupid. Why would the match engine do that? That's just really silly. Unless it thinks he was going to commit a foul, I would have taken the chance. He was first to it as well. I'm just really confused by that. Half time, we are 1 down. I don't know if we're unlucky. I'm going to say keep going up there and you can still win. But we're going to change this up a bit. We're going to go a bit more direct and hit early crosses. And just push a bit higher up. I won't make any subs just yet, though we do have some poor performing players out there. But we'll save subs until about the hour mark. And they've won the ball here like 10 seconds after kickoff, and they've got the ball. And Van Housen's conceded a penalty after 10 seconds of the second half. And he scores, and we're 2 down here. I've got to go attacking. I'm disappointed at this. 2 shots on target out of 11 is terrible. Corner. Oh, it's bloody 3-0. What's this? Where's this? Oh, it's an Ajapong own goal. Of course it is. What a way to play your last game. This is terrible. Right, I'm making 2 changes. Van Housen has been absolutely shocking. As has Juan Carlos. We're bringing on Girardi. We're going to make Emma's a Roma, I think. Emma's to Silva. The cross, it's cleared. It was an okay cross, but it's been cleared. Van Housen now back to the goalkeeper, who shoots it back up pitch. Here is Bretonnier. Nice ball, but it doesn't get to anyone. Silva wins it back, and that was intercepted. Here's Pereira to Loran. And Romano is going to be through here again, and it's a save. But we are doing it so badly today. It's probably been one of our worst performances of the season. We haven't had any really bad games. We've had some really silly defeats, especially home defeats, but this has been one of the worst performances of the season. And we left it to right at the end, which is annoying. There's only 7 minutes left. No chance of a comeback now. We're 3-0 down. And, well, with all these corners, it might end up being 4. Tibbling takes another corner. It's headed away by Bretonnier. Here's Romano to... Emma's wins that there. But we are playing so badly here. Not long left now. Only a minute in injury time. Here's Kraft. And Loran now. Glavsic. Though fair play to Palermo, they're under a lot of pressure. They're trying to stay up and they've pulled it out of the bag with this performance. But why did it have to be against us? That's full time. It's Palermo 3, Parma 0. That is an awful performance. I've got to go aggressive with that. Far from pleased. Right, look at that. Right, so the shots on target. Out of 15 shots, only 4 on target. That is awful shooting. We've now dropped to 13th. We could find ourselves 14th again and we'd be back where we were for the past 2 seasons. I don't want that. We could still finish 11th. But that is a really disappointing performance. And Palermo are, well, close to safe now. You imagine they've got an 11... a goal difference advantage of 11. So I think Palermo have secured safety with that. Well done to them, but it was against us. Palermo avoid relegation. Yeah, so that is confirmed. Juventus have retained the title again. So it's kind of moved around a bit for the past few years, with the Napoli and Milan having some, but Juve have retained it there. Genoa and Verceli are relegated, so that has been confirmed. Yeah, we were awful in the game. I said the rotation would affect our form, but I don't think it would be that bad. So Genoa are the last game. They're now relegated. They have nothing left to play for. We still do. We just have a bit more prize money to play for because we could still finish 11th. I'd like to get that. I want to finish higher than we did. Higher than we have been. But yeah, that's 14th. At the moment, we're 13th. If we lose, then that's a problem. Because we'll be down to 14th and we'll be back where we were. A draw will be enough. Yeah, a draw will be enough. But if we lose to Genoa and Chievo win, I don't know who Chievo have got. Chievo have Fiorentina. If we lose and they win, then we're 14th. And that has put us, well, going absolutely nowhere and back and stuck where we've been, which is annoying. So let's just try and finish as high as we can, please. Alright, going into the final game, couple of things worth noting. Genoa have a new manager. He looks cool because he's got sunglasses. Here he is. Ignazio Sabella is their new manager, who was the former under-20s assistant manager at Chievo. He's now in charge, and yeah, he has sunglasses. And then for us, we have an injury. Barato is going to be missing this game. So that's a shame. We'll have to bring on Lati Sanyes as backup for right back. And it also means that Ajapong's going to be playing, which is, well, strange because last time I said this is probably going to be his last game. Bretonnier is tired. We'll leave him. We'll leave the rest of this as it is. No, we will not. After the way they played last time, we will not. We'll bring Alberto back in. Alright, we are more or less the same as we were before. So we'll use this, send it. Genoa away. Let's end with a win. Let's do it. Go out there and give the fans one last performance to cheer for. Here we go. The last game of the penultimate season. There'll be one more season after this before I take a break from playing FM on YouTube. That is a definite thing that's going to happen now. I'll do a separate video about it after the save's done. Just explaining what my plans are going to be until the next game comes out. Because I do have plans for the channel in that time, in that gap, to try and play some other games. So that's what I'll be trying to do. But I'll speak more about that in a couple of weeks' time once the save's done. Georgiemi goal kick up pitch with Cherry now. Here is Petkov on the left. Here comes a cross. There it is. Cherry's shot is saved. It's back with Petkov. Another chance at the cross. He was dispossessed. It's actually a foul. We've got a free kick from it. So it's going to be taken by Rossi. It's in there and it's headed clear. And Sasa to a Cepodomo, and that's the end of the highlight. But so far, no goals for either team. We're past the half-hour mark. Trevino throw in. Here is Cherry back to the fullback. Alberto to Petkov. Can he get across in here? He finds Trevino. Here's Petkov again. There's the cross. It's cleared by Grillo, but Trevino with it again. Petkov now again. Trevino. Alberto have a shot. Oh, what a goal! Alberto, is that his... No, he's had a few goals, actually. That's his fifth. That is his best. That was incredible. I said have a shot. He did, and he scored. Shows you what I know. Quite a lot. So we'll see this again. Trevino with the ball to Alberto. At this point, I said shoot. He had a shot. And, well, just on the edge of the D, Sandro Alberto scores. And it is 1-0 to us. That's a good opening goal. But we need results elsewhere to go our way. At the moment, they're not. We need Bologna to slip up. They are beating the champions Juventus 1-0. Juventus probably playing some youngsters out there as they have won the league and have nothing else to play for. And they do have a Champions League final coming up, so they're probably preparing for that. So probably a bit of rotation by Juventus. That's the reason that they are losing to Bologna, which is a bit annoying for us because we need Bologna to lose. Well... Lazio are now dropping points. So we have gone up to 12th. That's a good thing. Who are Lazio playing? Let me just see. Lazio. They are drawing 1-1 with Verceli at the moment. But we still need Bologna to do well. Cepodomo's just scored. Never mind that. Back down to 13th we go. Udinese, we also need them to do stuff. They're losing to Milan, so there's nothing we can do about that. Unless we... No, we can't catch them, can we? We're going to go for a high tempo and push up and everything. I'm going to do it all. Here we go. Right, that's cleared by Trevino, but Ebuele is on the ball here. No! Oh, good save. That was close. Only a couple of minutes of injury time left. The last game. It looks like it's going to be another draw. Cesar's on the ball. Here's Samaras. Trevino. Oh dear, what's that? That was a wayward back pass. And that's full time. It's 1-1. I'm disappointed. We've now lost more games than we won. You are unlucky tonight. Let's say that. Okay. Yeah, we did well. It was away, so it was going to be difficult. But we do finish 13th, which is higher than it was last season and the season before. Our goal difference is positive. It's +1. That 3-0 against Palermo could have been disastrous, but we have a positive goal difference. And we've drawn 19 games this season, won 9 and lost 10, which is a shame that the losses are more than the wins. But at the end of the day, we've improved on last season, so I'll take it, I guess. So the curtain comes down. We got 1.33 million for achieving 13th place, and we've got a bonus of £300,000 to pay out. So we need to wait and see how much money we get in, because at the moment we are close to that, well, about £1 million in the red, more or less. Let's see if we win anything. So Hillemark won fair play. Isco won something. I think that's the best player award thing. Is that the top scorer award? Yeah. Dybala won that. No surprises there. Squad of the year. Jamie didn't get goalkeeper. That's a shame. He's been in the team of the month for the whole thing. But Santos has got it. How well has he done? 15 clean sheets though. That's quite a lot. So I think that's all right. Roma won fair play. Where did we come in that? We weren't in the top 3. We were second that year, and that actually got us into Europe, didn't we? A couple of seasons ago. Cittadella got the best club award. Of course, we won that a couple of seasons ago as well. We don't have anything there. Polosano and Jamie have made the best 11 of the save. End of season award. So here we go. So Petkov, the best player again. Cherry 21% and Silva 19%. No sign of Juan Carlos in there, which is a bit weird considering how well he did in the second half of the season. Goal of the season was at Emmers versus Torino, a game which I think we might have lost. I'm not sure. No, February, I think we would have won that. Sandro Alberto, signing of the season, £3.2 million from Chapecoense. I agree with that. He was very, very good. And Petkov, again, young player of the season. He's won that quite a few times in the past few years. Season review, finished 13th, which is good. Tian Cup went out in the first round to Inter Milan. Most players used in Serie A, again, we've been quite close to the top there. 30 players used. And of course, we started off around mid-table, dropped off, found ourselves in the relegation zone, climbed the table a bit, and then we just continued climbing. We were 11th for a while. We just had a little late dip, which is a bit of a shame. Match of the season, best performance is a 3-0 win away against Lazio. Worst performance, 3-0 defeat to Palermo, which was in January actually. So they beat us 6-0 on aggregate for both games. That is dreadful. Deary me. The season is finished now, and it's time to focus on what we can achieve going forward. I think we can earn a mid-table finish next year, and you need to come back for pre-season with the same level of ambition. Let's see what this says. Everybody agrees. Boss is right, we can get a mid-table finish. That's exactly the sort of reaction I was after. That's very good. Not going to speak to Cherry right now because that doesn't really mean anything because we haven't won a game in a while, so they'll be a bit down. Job status is secure. Our signings have been very good, especially Alberto. Petkov's form has been great. They're upset with a 3-0 defeat against Palermo. Other than that, not a lot else really. Yeah, not too bad. We improved on our past couple of seasons, only by 1 though. I'm a bit disappointed in that late dip in form. But looking at the last sort of second half of the season, as you can see, after that Sampdoria game, we only lost 2 games in, how many is that? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. 2 games in 18, which is really, really good. We had that unbeaten run of 12, so very happy with that. But a lot of them were draws, though. That's the thing. We didn't win any of our last 8 games. That's pretty poor form. But again, we didn't lose that many games. So, as I said, we didn't lose as many games. We turned a lot of the defeats from previous seasons into draws. So that's a good thing. But we just could have done with a few more wins under our belt, and we could have pushed into that top half. That's a shame. But I'm happy with how that went. We've got 1 more season. Let's hit that top half. Let's try and finish in the top 10. That is going to be my goal for our final season. And then we will leave Parma in the hands of someone else. And maybe see how they do. Maybe I'll sim a few years. Do something like that. But we need to get that balance back up. Hopefully they'll inject some money into the club and we'll get some funds in from TV and kit deals and all that jazz. But yeah, I'm not too bad at all. I'm quite happy that season. So that is going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like down below, leave any comments you want to make, and if you want to see videos as and when they're turned up on YouTube, hit subscribe. Also in the description, a link to my Fantasy Premier League private league, which you can join and just have a bit of fun, try and challenge my team Schluck and Tickle, yeah, that's going to do it. So next time we'll start what is going to be our last season with Parma, the last season of the save, and then after Parma, I'm going to be taking a break until the next game comes out. That's a break from FM, just to be clear. There might be other uploads on the channel, other games, maybe me just talking about stuff. But yeah, no, it's been fun. There's 1 more season. Let's push the boat out for some signings. Let's spend lots of money. Let's try and improve this team, and we'll leave it in good hands for the next manager, I guess. Just try and finish as high as we can, but try and leave it in good hands for the next person to take over and continue what we've done over what has now been 9 years. We're going to be going into our 10th season, so yeah, 1 more season. Let's see just what we can do. Thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.